Australia's natural beauty is like no other. There are empty stretches of beach, dense forests where only the songs of rare birds may be heard, sparkling rivers where dolphins splash around, and a deep red outback where the Australian spirit is strong. So, sit back and explore the wonders of Australia by embarking on one of these top 10 road adventures in Australia. But before that, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Our goal is to make your travel plan easier, so hit the notification button to never miss out on any of our videos. Now, let's get started. Let's begin with the Great Beach Drive, Queensland, at number 10. Escape the mundane roads and take the Great Beach Drive for a once-in-a-lifetime driving adventure. The Sunshine Coast and the Gympie area are linked via the Great Beach Drive to Fraser Island. Here, you'll travel over vast expanses of beaches in a rare natural habitat where you'll see whales, dolphins, turtles, and unusual bird species. This tourism route is rich in Indigenous and pioneering Australian history, and it includes 2 UNESCO Biosphere Reserves, a World Heritage Area, national parks, and the world's biggest sand island. The Great Beach Drive provides something for everyone, whether you like luxurious accommodations, camping beneath the stars, or looking for adventure. You can either hire a 4WD vehicle or join a tag-along trip if you want the pleasure of driving on sand, but with the extra reassurance of a qualified guide nearby. Various companies provide fully guided tourist itineraries from affordable to luxury. Next, at number 9. The Nullarbor, South and Western Australia. Because of its total isolation, traveling the Nullarbor Plain is a must-see alternative to the regular scenic coastline routes. The plain is a flat, dry, and generally treeless territory in southern Australia. Therefore, the name Nullarbor means no trees in Latin. The Nullarbor Plain is the world's most extensive exposure of limestone bedrock, covering around 200,000 square kilometers. Drive down Australia's longest, flattest, and straightest road, the Eyre Highway, which connects Western Australia's goldfields to South Australia's Eyre Peninsula. With caverns, historic gold mining villages, the wreckage of a crashed space station, and character-rich roadhouses, the Nullarbor becomes a must-see Aussie road trip. Next in line, at number 8. Perth to the Ningaloo coast, Western Australia. Traveling by car from Perth to Ningaloo Reef is an unforgettable experience that won't break the bank. Traveling from Perth to Exmouth along Western Australia's gorgeous coral coast, this route is slightly under 1,200 kilometers and passes through Savandis, Geraldton, Monkey Mia, and Carnarvon. On this trip, you can swim with dolphins, manta rays, and whale sharks, not to mention the stunning canyons of Kalbarri National Park, which are all Mother Nature's majesty. As you go north on Indian Ocean Drive, you'll get tantalizing glimpses of the ocean's turquoise waters through the rural landscape. Now, at number 7. Tasmania's East Coast. Because the entire island state of Tasmania is attractive, it's tough to pick just one spectacular drive. Fortunately, travelers may easily explore Tasmania's top cities and national parks in less than a week. Tourism Australia devised this Circle Tasmania itinerary, which begins in Hobart. From Hobart, you can head north to the Bay of Fires where the air is clear and the scenery is breathtaking. You can see the sandstone remnants of the World Heritage-listed Port Arthur convict camp, wander among wombats and explore the fantastic kaleidoscopic cliffs of Marai Island, and eat fresh from the ocean oysters while standing in the sea where they grew. Climb a ridge and marvel at the exquisite arc of Wineglass Bay, and during the journey, indulge in Tasmania's great cuisine, wine, and spirits. This road tour follows the coast from ancient Hobart to the magnificent Bay of Fires. It is one of the best because Tasmania's east coast is stunningly gorgeous and wonderfully calm, with great products such as wine, cheese, and seafood. Coming in at number 6. Cairns to Cape York Peninsula, Queensland. This colorful path takes you through tropical North Queensland's Daintree district. On this bright, attractive road, your Australian self-drive will bring a tropical turn. You'll be welcomed with beautiful sceneries of towering trees and trickling rivers as you drive through the Daintree rainforest and past Mossman Gorge before arriving in Port Douglas, a coastal town full of fantastic restaurants and white sandy beaches. The Great Barrier Reef is a must-see for anybody visiting tropical North Queensland. This World Heritage Site is just as beautiful in person as in pictures, so wear your scuba diving gear and dive into its alluring waters in search of turtles and tropical fish. Let's continue with number 5. The Grand Pacific Drive, New South Wales. It doesn't sound like much of a good time to drive from Sydney to Melbourne, but the south of New South Wales is home to one of Australia's most scenic coastal drives. The Grand Pacific Drive, which is 140 kilometers long, begins just south of Sydney at the Royal National Park and follows the coastline to the Shoalhaven district. This meandering road leads to Wollongong's Seacliff Bridge, which floats between turquoise ocean and rocky rocks. Pull into Kiama to observe migrating whales and a stunning blowhole. Then travel just 10 minutes to the famous surf area of Wherry Beach. Next, go to Jervis Bay and walk down the appropriately called White Sands Walk to Hyams Beach, which has nearly astonishing bone white sands. If you have time, consider extending your vacation to Canberra to see everything the nation's capital offers, including a diverse food scene. Next in line, at number 4. The legendary Pacific Coast, New South Wales and Queensland. The wines of the Hunter Valley, the dazzling beaches of Port Stephens, the hippie chic hamlet of Byron Bay, and the glamour of the Gold Coast can all be found along the 900-kilometer road between Sydney and Brisbane. Indeed, this beautiful coastline deserves its legendary name. It's the type of road journey when you roll down the windows and cherish the breathtaking scenery of Australia's coast. It also goes by the Big Banana in Coffs Harbour, arguably the most famous stopover in the country. One may have countless unforgettable moments along this stretch of New South Wales and Queensland coast. Here, you can float with the dolphins at Port Stephens while sea kayaking. Now, at number 3, Red Centre Way, Northern Territory. Australia's Red Centre is where ancient ochre landscapes, vibrant cultures, and clear, starry nights combine to produce an energy that is hard to describe but impossible to ignore. Anyone, especially those who have never been to Central Australia, would be interested in visiting here. When you drive the Red Centre Way, a loop that begins and ends in the remote town of Alice Springs, you'll have several opportunities to see famous Australian landmarks. Joritia's magnificent gorges and refreshing swimming holes are sometimes overshadowed by Uluru, Katajuda, and Watarka National Park. Having an Aboriginal guide show you around the Katajuda circular rock domes will give you a new appreciation for the area. Stay close to Uluru and be mesmerized by the field of light as it shines simultaneously with the stars. The Red Centre is truly stunning any time of day or night. And for number 2, we have the Great Ocean Road, Victoria. If you want to see some of Australia's most famous sights, you should take a trip down the Great Ocean Road. Thankfully, it's as good as it sounds. The highway length from Torquay to Lonsford in Victoria spans 243 kilometres and has been designated as part of Australia's national heritage. The roadway was constructed by returning veterans between 1919 and 1932 and dedicated to the memory of the soldiers who lost their lives in World War I, making it the most prominent war memorial in the world. These towering limestone rock formations, known as the 12 Apostles, are breathtaking at any time of day, but especially as the sun sets and paints the cliff face a vibrant crimson. Search for koalas on the trip to Cape Otway Light Station and relax at cafes and pubs with views of the Southern Ocean. Take your time and break up the 846 km journey over 2 days. And now, the number 1 on the list is the Big Lap. As the name tells, the Big Lap defines the trek to round the country at its rim, mainly on Highway 1, which runs for over 14,500 kilometers and connects nearly every mainland state and territory capital. In reality, it is the world's longest national roadway, connecting the Princes Highway, Eyre Highway, Great Northern Highway, Stuart Highway, Bruce Highway, and Pacific Highway, among others. You may complete the Big Lap adventure as you want, all at once, in stages over the years, on tours, and by road, foot, aircraft, or bike. There is no right or wrong method to complete the voyage, as each Big Lap tour depends on the traveler's passion points. However, if you want to be specific, some courageous individuals have decided that it can be completed in a month at most, but with no fun stuff along the way. However, many people who do it all in one give 10 to 12 months to truly get the most out of the trip. Touring throughout Australia is an experience like no other. You will see and experience things on the Big Lap of Australia that will change your life forever. But keep in mind how far the lap is. It's the same as driving around Australia twice. You should expect that not every day will be perfect. Just take it easy and remember that you'll be glad you did this when you look back on the trip years from now. And that brings us to the end of our video. Are you ready for your next road trip? Which one would you try first? Comment down below. Again, subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching. Take care.